G'day guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wildkard. Thank you for watching the Wildkard Rugby Show. This is Super Rugby Round 5. This is the greatest New Zealand rugby team in the world. The Hurricanes versus a team that its name is synonymous with the greatest tries in the history of rugby. That is the Melbourne Rebels. On the receiving end of greatest tries of history of rugby. That is, right? I mean, hey, you can't blame them. You got to get the marketing out there, right? You got to get on the highlight reel somehow. If you concede 8 tries again, sooner or later, you're going to be on the top 10 greatest tries scored of the year, right? Yes. So yeah, Melbourne Rebels is doing a good job in getting themselves right up there into the highlight reel, in contentions for the highlight reels. But hey, before we get on to the review, right? The Durban Sharks, I think they really want their kit back, Hurricanes. What's going on? Why are you wearing the away jersey again in this game? When you're at home, there's 2 teams both wearing away jerseys. The Melbourne Rebels wearing their pink, and actually the Melbourne Rebels is wearing the identical jerseys to the Waratahs last week. Because sometimes the Rebels pink jersey has like pink and then like white at the bottom half. It's literally the exact same pink jersey the Waratahs wore last week with the Rebels logo printed on it. What is going on? Are they just like literally salvaging these jerseys because Rebels are going bankrupt? I mean, that's probably why. Actually, that will make a lot of sense. Just to save money. With that being said, right? The Hurricanes jersey, what's the deal? It's been like, 5 rounds? And I think the Hurricanes only wore the yellow jersey once this year. And I'm guessing maybe the sales numbers for the black jersey is really high because everybody wants a Sharks jersey in New Zealand. Maybe that's why, and that's why they keep wearing it. But yeah, I don't really understand. Are they just gonna permanently start wearing the Sharks jersey now? What's going on, Hurricanes? Please give us an explanation because I am truly a little bit confused. Now, speaking of merchandise, I have a merch store, and my own merch has arrived for me, and I'm just gonna take out one of the merch that I've been looking forward to getting for quite a couple of weeks now. That is the hoodie. Oh, here it is. Here it is. The hoodie. My own merch store hoodie has arrived. Scrummies Rugby. And it's not bad. I'm just gonna put this on. Bit of a self-promo. This video is sponsored by me. Wildkard Rugby. Okay. Oh, this is not bad. This is actually really good. Hey, this is it's actually a little bit expensive. I have to pay this for myself, and it's actually a little bit expensive. So let me know if it's actually too expensive, everyone, and I'll try see if I can change the price a little bit. But yeah, it's my merch store, so feel free to check that out in the comments down below. With that being said, there was also before we move on to that, speaking of sponsorships, there was a sneaky sponsorship from the New Zealand broadcasters put through to the Stan Sport Live broadcast, neon.tv. Okay, I went to the website. Apparently, it doesn't even load. neontv.co.new Zealand. Hey, if you don't watch Oppenheimer, it's on neontv.co.new Zealand. Sign up today, guys. Sign up today. If you were watching this on Stan, I was like, how did you manage to get that ad through Stan Sport? Like they just like talked about it like on commentary, right? Like it was very sneaky for New Zealand rugby. I don't know. Maybe somebody in Stan Sport sees this and they're gonna have a word. But yeah, a bit of a conflict of interest there from the New Zealand side. Like I said, you can never trust the New Zealand rugby broadcasters. They will backstab you any opportunity they can. Yeah, so it feels bad for the here's the Sharks jersey in case you don't know what they look like. It's just literally what the Hurricanes are wearing today. Anyway, with that being said, let's talk about the teams, talk about the review. So yeah, Jordie Barrett's back from his suspension. Looks really good. The Hurricanes made some sweeping changes to the team. I think with Jordie Barrett back in the group with that leadership, it was looking as smooth as ever. The timing, the polish is just as good as before. There was no Ruben Love and what's his name? Roy Gale is also taking a bit of a week off. Yeah, the team was hamstring at all. It was looking too easy, too sharp throughout the whole game. The scrummaging was quite impressive, dominant for the Hurricanes, especially in the first half. Tupou came out in the second half. I really did stabilize the scrummaging. I gave Rebels maybe a little bit of advantage in that in the second half. The line-out set piece from the Hurricanes are just absolutely beautiful. The set piece from the Hurricanes is actually just spectacular to watch. Every time they had a set piece, it yielded massive results for them, massive gains for them. And then, in fact, a lot of these tries were on the back of either a scrum or a line-out set piece from the Hurricanes. Building into the Melbourne Rebels territory, resulted in a try. Yeah, just like this is something that I kind of like. I think a lot of people wanted to get rid of the scrummaging or reduce the amount of scrummaging, and like what that if you're having the scrummaging, having the line out, having the set piece, I think Hurricanes actually showed a lot of people noticed that you're gonna create more space. There's gonna be more space on the field for you to make these moves. You're actually gonna open the game up having that set piece. Instead of, hey, let's just take a quick tap. Now it's 15 people defending the field. Who's going to break through for a try, right? Like, it's just really, I think the World Rugby really had to think really hard about limiting scrum, reducing scrums by limiting short-on options to not able to take a penalty. To not able to take a scrum option, which I think they really need to rethink about that. On top of that, obviously, rugby is a sport for all sizes. If you really, diminishing the usage of the scrummaging, outside of the fact that teams are probably just going to put on flankers and deliberately collapse the scrum for a short-on penalty. Outside of that, you're really trivializing these men that are just like absolute superhumans in rugby, and you just the rugby is not going to be a game for all sizes anymore. It's a game, that's the beauty of rugby. It's a rugby for people of all sizes, no matter you're tall, small, big, small, fat, thick, skinny, no matter what you are, there's a place for you. But if you're going to just trivialize scrummaging, then there will be no use for props. You're just going to feel like a useless player playing a useless position on the field. And I think that's just not the spirit of the game. So I think World Rugby are really need to think about that. And I think that the fact that how many of these tries were scored on the back of set piece for the Hurricanes, it's just a testament of how important the set piece actually is. That cannot be overlooked just by removing the option for scrum from a short arm. And I think that they really need to think about that before implementing these plans. With that being said, the Hurricanes, the one criticism is the discipline, both before at the end of the game and then before halftime and then after halftime. The discipline really slacked off a little bit there. Not sure what's happening. Probably just like I said, giving the kids an opportunity to score some tries. Speaking of the kids in pink, the Melbourne Rebels, Carter Gordon's brother made a debut and scored a try. So yeah, congratulations. He actually looked pretty good, to be honest. Quite a talented family. Tupou was good in scrum and really good handling. Like the way Tupou was able to pass the ball, he looked absolutely magnificent. Really good to see him back. I really hope he doesn't get injured. He looked like he hurt his hand again on the field today. But outside of that, tackling was very, very soft. Unlike the game they played against, the Rebels played against, I think it was against the Reds, where the Rebels really hammered down on the breakdowns and got quick balls. They weren't able to consistently do that nearly as much at this time. And just really let the game slip away. And like the set piece is just really, really poor from the Rebels. Defense was poor from the Rebels. And it was just really not much else to say. Beating on a dead horse, something that you probably already know. Let's moving on to the stats of the game. 8 tries to 4, 773 raw meters to 522. Turnovers conceded 14 against the Hurricanes, 17 against the Rebels. 142 tackles made for the Hurricanes, 29 missed tackles. It's pretty not that great, to be honest. The Hurricanes will probably want to look at that number in the review. That should be like under, probably around 17, around less than 20 to be a good mark for this level of rugby, especially if you want to win Super Rugby, a team that's looking to win the Super Rugby. For the Rebels, though, a lot worse. For the Rebels, though, just about the same. 122 missed tackles to 20. I had them refresh because I thought there was a mistake there. Is there a mistake? So I swear to God, 29. Yeah, 29. Just try again because sometimes these stats just keep refreshing. Yeah, 29 missed tackles as well. A little bit fewer tackles, like I said. For the Rebels, probably less of an issue because they're not pushing to win the championship. But again, that's a pretty poor tackle count for both teams. Kicks in play, 28 kicks for the Hurricanes, 23 for the Rebels. Conversions, 1 miss of Hurricanes, 4 out of 4 for Carter Gordon. Did not hit the goalpost this time, so congratulations, massive improvement. And then lineouts are quite even. 9 for the Hurricanes, 15 to the Rebels. No lineouts lost for either teams. Scrums, no scrum penalty, although I did feel like I said Hurricanes a bit better in the first half. And then with Tyrell Lomax, Tuba came on and asserted a little bit of dominance for the Rebels, but I thought it was, neither team was able to really squeeze too much out of it. Penalties conceded. Again, let me just refresh this, because, penalties conceded was actually quite I mean, if you're not making tackles or competing against breakdowns, you're not really going to have that many opportunities to give away the penalties, right? So 6 penalties for the Hurricanes, 5 for the Rebels. Surprisingly, like I said, if you're not contesting, you really don't have an opportunity to give out that many penalties. And so overall, 54 points to 28. And let's quickly go through some of the key plays of the game. Look at that list of tries scored. 10 minutes in the game. So the first 10 minutes was like a lot of the Rebels actually looked, in contentions. And then Hurricanes got themselves in front foot. A lot of pressure being applied. Finally, Rebels got a turnover. Andrew Callaway decided to take a quick tap from inside his own 22. I know, after, absorbing so much pressure so early in the game. And then he made another big mistake by passing the ball to his big forwards inside his own 22. Immediately dropped ball. Scrum time, baby. And then Hurricanes, I think they had a scrum penalty here as well. Just following the scrum, pound the try line, pick and go. And Rayasi eventually found themselves through a gap. Try time, 7 points to 0. 17 minutes into the game, Hurricanes had a line-out move. Like, again, nice. Again, following the scrum set piece. Now it's a line-out set piece move. Over the top, straight to the number 10. I think it's Morgan. Inside ball to TJ Perenara, who looked really good, by the way. We haven't seen TJ this good for a number of years now, to be really honest. Even when he was playing last season? Did he play last season? Last time I saw him play, he wasn't nearly as sharp. He's in really good shape. TJ gets the ball, gets the inside ball, throw another outside ball to Jordy Barrett, opens him up. Try time, 14 points to 0. 21 minutes into the game. Rebels did a boss kick that was was really poorly pressured. The Hurricane receiver just ran down the sideline, bumped over. This was the fullback who filled in for Ruben Love. I think Ruben Love actually has an injury. The fullback that filled in, Harry Godfrey, that's right. Godfrey just ran down, bumped over a defender, really poor tackle, and then ran down the sideline. A little bit of offload. Riasi goes in for his second try, 19 points to 0. 24 minutes into the game, another scrum for the Hurricanes. The ball goes wide down the sideline, got really close to scoring, 5 minutes short. Lots of missed tackles from the Rebels, lots of space, and pick and go. Brad Shield, returning to Super Rugby, goes in for the 4th try for the Hurricanes, 23 minutes in. 26 points to 0 already, 24 minutes, 32 minutes. Rebels able to get themselves back in the front foot. Kind of like a lot of, really soft tackles from the Hurricanes, looking like them almost taking the gas off the. They did look like they took the foot off the gas, and Rebels were able to march into the Hurricanes 22, and then there was a really, really soft tackle by Celeste Riasa. It literally looked like he tried to tackle a child, grabbed on his jersey, didn't even grab, and just try to yank him to the ground, I guess, with a jersey grab. It looked really bad. And then the Smith goes in for the first try for the Rebels. Is that it? Yeah. Is that what happened? I thought it was Godfrey that scored the first try. Anyway, I don't know what happened here. I think that try was disallowed. But anyway, it was looking pretty bad. But it doesn't matter. A few minutes later, 39 minutes, multiple penalties, multiple Melbourne Rebels went for multiple line-out attempts. They went for the pick and go. And then after 2 line-outs, 2 repeated penalty line-outs, they finally get through for the first try. Smith crashed over, 33 points to 7. Second half, 45 minutes into the game, the scrum looked quite good for the Rebels. Tanala Tupou was putting on a nice bit of a pressure in the scrummaging, and then the Rebels just pick and go following the scrum. Eventually, Lucas Ripley's crashes over for the try for the Rebels, and then 49 minutes of the game, again, Hurricanes inside the Rebels 22, repeated penalties. First penalty given out, quick tap, runs into another player, tackle short, just short of try line. Another penalty given out, and then Karefi took a quick tap and rammed himself through just like that. Bang bang 1-2 for the what is this, what, 6th try already for the Hurricanes. 41 points to 14. Is it 41? No, 47 points to 14 at this point. 59 minutes into the game, the Carter Gordon's brother scores his debut try on the field. There was a line out for the Rebels. They go for the maul, and then just nice hands wide. Carter Gordon's brother kind of just like, yeah, put his foot down. Oh yeah, no, this is the one where Riasi actually, sorry, that was a mistake. This is the one where Riasi grabbing him by the jersey, didn't really make a good attempt to tackle at all. Went in for the try. He probably, yeah, because Carter Gordon's little brother did look like a kid. Maybe Riasi didn't want to hurt him. 21 points to 47. 69 minutes into the game. Again, this was back on the Hurricanes line out. They crashed in the field, lots of missed tackles, and eventually the Hurricanes got into the just about 5 minutes short. The quick ball came out to Karefi, and then Karefi took on the game line. Little pop off to the big man returning. Jordy Barrett goes in for the 8th try on the 69th minute. 54 points to 21. For the last 10 minutes, really, the Rebels really tried to get a consolation point. 77 minutes into the game, the Rebels did able to get that consolation. And there was repeated penalties against the Hurricanes. The Rebels, again, go for the lineouts. They went for the maul. This time, the maul actually paid off. Ulesi was able to just squeeze himself in following a pretty successful rolling maul from the Melbourne Rebels on the dying minutes of the game. 54 points to 28 was the final score. And I think the Hurricanes played with a lot of intent this game, bar the missed tackle count and the lack of concentration towards the end of the first half and then towards the end of the game. Outside of those areas, I thought the Hurricanes was really, really good with their intent on how they want to play rugby. And it was really good. Hurricanes, I would give them an 8 out of 10 in terms of performance. For the Rebels, 4 out of 10 for the Rebels. And that is my score. Let me know your score, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks to anyone who supports me with their donations. I really do appreciate it. And see you guys a bit later for more reviews this week. Have a good weekend. Cheers.